and circumcision. Mwalimu Edward Wamalo Wanunda, Omukusi by clan, was born in Chesamisi village in Bungoma district in 1935. He was the fourth child and third son of the late Solomon Wanunda and late Rosalia C. Kolia of the Va Mukoya clan. He was brother to the late Joktan Mukusi, Ben Wasike, James Wanyonyi, and Simon Simiu. His sisters are Rispa Wahongola, Crestina Nasipuondi, and the late Frida Nekesa Sindani. Edward was circumcised in 1952 as of Banyange age set. Education. He attended Chesamisi Primary School from 1952 and sat for his Kenya Africa preliminary examination in 1958, which he passed. He was admitted to Mwiliha Teachers College in 1959 for a P3 course. He completed his training in 1961. Employment. He was employed as an untrained teacher at Kabutola Primary School in 1959. He was then transferred to Kamasielo Primary School. Mwalimu Edward was posted as a trained teacher to Kaboyo Primary School in 1961 and got transferred to Kibingei Primary School in 1963. In 1965, he was transferred to Chesamisi Primary. In January 1968, he was deployed to Eluya Primary School as a headmaster, but stepped down at the end of that year and was moved to Muliro Primary School, where he worked briefly. In the same month, he was deployed to Ndalu Primary School as deputy headmaster. In January 1972, he was deployed as headmaster to found Kiminini FYM Primary School, which he established under a muhonge tree, in brackets Alostonia Bonei, adjacent to Namawanga Nursery School. Namawanga Nursery was a simple grass-thatched classroom. People laughed thinking that he was a nursery school teacher. In 1987, he was transferred to Muliro Primary School as head teacher, from where he retired in 1990. Family life. In April 1961, Mwalimu Edward married Esther Namarome of the Vakiavi clan by parental consent. Her father was the late Jesse Manje and the late Razoana Butilu Omukwangwa from Kamukuya village. Later, the couple's marriage was blessed by Pastor Maboko's prayer in a Quaker church service. Their marriage was blessed with 10 children, 6 sons and 4 daughters, namely Elijah Wekesa, the late Enoch, Elizabeth Nanjala, Ezekiel Simiyu, Everett Wafula, Emily Nahumicha, Erastus Juma, Elika Nafula, Eric Walela, and Edith Wambani. Esther Namarome passed on in April 1977. He married Angeline Nahone as his second wife in 1972. She bore a daughter who passed on in infancy. Angeline passed on in 2003. In 1978, he married Mama Loi Wabule, who bore him a daughter, Metrin Nasimiu. Loi helped him raise his children. Since October 2011, he lived with Ludia Chele, who took care of him until his demise. She did not bear him any child. Mwalimu Edward was brother-in-law to Ruth Huatenge, Julius Manje, Jonathan Wanjala, Elika Chikombe, the late David Manje, Dina Nanjilula, Samuel Watima Manje, Daniel Manje, James Manje, Stephen Manje, and Wangila. He was Uncle Hocha to Salome, Paul, Daniel, Tom, Nanyama, Christopher, Mary, Gabriel, Josephine, Elizabeth, Edward, Carol, Wycliffe, Rosa, Bernard, Evelyn, the late Eliud, Leonard, Peter, and Salome Wahongola. He was father-in-law to Professor Shem Aywa from Kibabi University, Charles Indakwa from Ingotse Secondary, Joel Tongoi from the Ministry of Livestock and Agriculture, Peter Milimo, an entrepreneur, Mercy Wekesa, Joan Simiu, Janet Wafula, Rahel Juma, and Eunice Walela. Grandfather to Christine, Charity, Esther Aywa, Martha, Mona, Caleb Kefa, Victory, Esther Simiu, Lydia, Daniel, Diana, Enoch, Esther Wafula, Caleb Luyali, Esther Deborah, Ezra, Ebenezer, Joy, Elisha, Jael, Emmanuel, Esther Amani, Rehema, Esther Luyali, and Shalom. He was also a great-grandfather to Nuru, Zawadi, Imani, Jewel, and Jemima. Christian life. Edward's walk with God started in 1953 when he joined the Friends Church. He became an associate member in 1958 and was confirmed as full member in 1962 while still in Chesamisi. He was a Christian Union leader while at Muhila Teachers Training College, where he also did evangelistic work. In Ndalu settlement scheme in the late 60s, 1966 to be precise, Edward, along with other new African settlers of the same Quaker faith, founded the Friends Church Ndalu Village Meeting under the larger East Africa Yearly Meeting. His wife, Esther Namarome, was the village meeting recording clerk, while he was chosen to serve as the clerk for the general meeting. In 1970, he contributed part of his land for brick making for the church, which he did again when building a new church. He donated land to Binyanya Village Meeting. He represented the church in 2 international triennial conferences. In January 2010, he attended USFW and Quakermen at Kanamai in Mombasa. And July 2023, Friends United Conference at Kabarak University in Nakuru. He served in various capacities: member of nominating committee, development committee, education committee, treasurer Quakermen Ndalu Village Meeting, treasurer Ndalu monthly meeting. He always ensured that his children went to church. He dutifully gave each child an offering to give in church. When his children came of age to chart their own walk with God, he allowed them the freedom to believe and practice their faith. Community service. After his retirement from the teaching service in 1990, Mwalimu Edward started to serve as a senior citizen in community opinion leadership on several school boards, such as Muliro Secondary School, St. Augustine Lukula Secondary School, St. Peter's Ndalu Secondary School. He committed himself to serving God at Friends Quakers Church in Ndalu in various capacities as a leader in committee membership, elder in the church, and as an elderly minister or Quakerman pastor. He also served the Ndalu Friends Church Village Meeting as a presiding clerk for 3 terms of 3 years each. The Friends Church Monthly Meeting Treasurer, and together with other committee members, oversaw baking of 20,000 earthen bricks for building the church, commenced and completed building the current Ndalu Friends Church. He was also a board member of the Friends Yearly Meeting and the Elgon East Friends Church Yearly Meeting Quakermen Board. He donated land upon which Binyanya Monthly Meeting was built. He was an advisor and a counselor to many. Some of the adventures that Mzee and man of God Edward lived to remember are the favor and grace to attend 3 Friends Church International Triennial Conference meetings in Kanamai, Mombasa in 2020, in Mwanza, Tanzania, and Kabarak University in Kenya. In his clan, Mwalimu Edward played a key role, together with a few other elders, in unifying members of the clan by championing the establishment of the clan welfare that brought together all members, regardless of their age. Sickness. Until October 2020, Papa lived a normal life. He then suffered from irritable bowel syndrome. He was treated at Rafa Medical Clinic in Kitale, Oasis Hospital in Kakamega, and Liberty Clinic in Kitale. He recovered fully and went about his normal life until October 15, 2025. That night, our patriarch was kept awake by a sharp pain in the abdomen that also touched his back. On symptomatic treatment at Liberty Medical Clinic in Kitale, Papa got intermittent relief of pain, but it soon became apparent that eating something triggered a lot of pain and general discomfort for him. Consequently, on 3rd November 2025, his physician at Liberty Medical Clinic ordered for an abdominal pelvic CT scan, which revealed that our patriarch had two conditions, one of the prostate and another in the pancreas. On the basis of supporting laboratory tests, Papa was immediately put on treatment for prostate cancer while we sought to confirm the state of his pancreas. A second ultrasound evaluation carried out on 7th November 2025 in Kitale indicated that the biopsy of Papa's pancreas required a special technique available only at the RadioCare Clinic in Eldoret. The biopsy was taken the next day, but we would wait for 10 to 14 days for the results. But by 10th November 2025, Papa's condition had deteriorated to the point that the family, in concurrence with his physician, decided to admit him to Cherengani Nursing Home for management of pain, assisted feeding, and where his doctor could evaluate him daily. On 17th November 2025, he was transferred to Living Room International Hospital in Eldoret through RadioCare Clinic for further management. But by 24th November 2025, all medical opinion was united that the pancreatic cancer had reached stage 4, and coupled with Mzee's age, every option considered had severe and grave side effects, leaving no room for stabilization or reversal. Only comfort, in other words, palliative care, was possible. Consequently, the family admitted Papa to Living Room Nursing Home, Kipkaren, later that day. During his final days at the Kipkaren Hospice, Papa's condition seesawed between hopeful and hopelessness, but the family hung in there, visiting him daily. Our patriarch slept on the evening of 27th November at 6:50 p.m. He is survived by 10 grandchildren, 25 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren. Thank you.
Mulisikia wenzangu wakiongea kuhusu viboko. Baba alitucharaza ili tulainike. But I want to tell you this. Hakuna aliyepokea viboko kuliko mimi. Being the firstborn, he made sure that I was straight. Na ili niwe straight maana nilikuwa vile mnajua watoto ambao wamependwa. Ilibidi viboko vitembee, but I thank God. Sasa nataka kusema hivi, wenzangu wote waliokuwa mbele yangu, mbele yenu rather, nataka kuwapongeza. Muda huu mgumu, baba amekuwa mgonjwa, tumesimama pamoja. We have soldiered on together. We put our heads together, our minds, our resources, our strength, kusudio likiwa angalau this fallen patriarch angepata uponyaji akaendelea kuishi nasi. Haikuwezekana. Wakati Everett hangeendelea kumpeleka hospitalini, alinipasha kile mnaita nini? Baton. Na nikaendelea from the 3rd of last month until siku mzee alilala 27th of November, ni mimi nilikuwa nikikimbia naye. Sitaendelea hayo maneno because I think it is in the tribute. But I want to join the rest of the sentiments of my brothers and sisters. Yale yote wamesema kuhusu huyu mzee, ninajiunga nao kama kwamba ni mimi niliyesema. Because of time, nitasoma rambirambi tulizopewa na Living Room International kwa niaba yao wakati mzee alilala akiwa mikononi mwao. Walinipa barua kaniambia nisomee umati siku yake ya mazishi. So nitaisoma. Living Room International condoles with you. We, the family of Kimbilio Hospice, wish to condole with the family of Mr. Edward Wamalwa Solomoni Wanunda. We are deeply sorry for the loss of your loved one. On behalf of the management and all staff at Living Room International Kimbilio Hospice, we convey our heartfelt condolences and encouragement to you for the loss of Mr. Edward Wamalwa Solomoni Wanunda, which occurred on the 27th of November 2025. Please know that we have you in our thoughts and prayers during this difficult time of grief and loss. And they quoted for us Psalm 23 verse 4, though I pass through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and staff comfort me. Kabla niendelee, nachukua fursa hii kuwashukuru ninyi nyote ambao mmekuwepo hii leo na zile siku ambazo tumekuwa na huu msiba. Every day tumepokea wageni, wakiwa marafiki, wakiwa majirani, ama tu wale ambao wanatuwazia mazuri, kutufariji. Nashukuru Mungu kwa kila mmoja wenu. Na niseme hivi tena kwa niaba ya jamii, in case tulitereza mahali tukakukanyaga ama tukafanya lisilo kukupendeza, naomba msamaha. Nawaomba radhi as I ask that you forgive us and you bear with us. Mahali ambapo tulipungukiwa and we did not measure up to your expectation. Niseme lingine kwamba God being a jealous God, that all of us, the Wamalwas, wanted to withdraw from the glory of God, ili Mungu mwenyewe iwe ndiye anajitukuza katika hizi sherehe zote. So again, before God, I want to ask for forgiveness if in any area, in any way, in any aspect, yaweza kuwa tumechukua utukufu wa Mungu. Naomba Mungu atusamehe as I confess before you, that God be glorified. Because that has been our desire, kwamba katika hizi sherehe za kumusindikisha la mwisho, this foreign hero of ours, kwamba utukufu utamrejelea Mungu muumba wa mbingu na nchi, ambaye ndiye Mungu wetu Yahweh. Next, nataka kusema Rose alipokuwa hapa akataja kwamba tulikuwa tukimtembelea Mama Loi Uganda. By the grace of God, our Ugandan friends, tutaendelea muda ambao Mungu ametupatia kuwa na huyo mama. By the grace of God, we will continue to visit her by his grace. Na niseme nilikuwa na watu kutoka Nyeri, sijui kama wamefika. Tafadhali kama uko katika umati huu, nione mkono wako so that I appreciate you. Sijui kama mnaona mkono mahali mtu akipunga. Kama hawapo, nilimuona karibu na maliza, nilimuona bibi ya Bishop Joyce, Reverend Joyce. Sijui kama ako ama alienda.